Welcome to Walking Together, a podcast all about encouraging each other as we follow Jesus together. I'm your host, Dennis Lavelle. Let's start walking. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been really trying to limit my time on social media. If I spend more than 5 minutes doom scrolling, it's easy to convince myself that everyone I know is either on a vacation in Greece or renovating their dream kitchen, while I'm dealing with paying a yearly road tax of over 400 euros and fighting ants in my kitchen. And if I'm not careful, and if you're not careful, those thoughts can quickly turn into a sin that no one wants to admit, but almost everyone does. And that's coveting. Matter of fact, it's so important that one of the commandments that God gave Moses to give to the people of Israel was just that. Thou shalt not covet. It's that feeling when you think God is holding out on you. It's that little sneaky internal, why don't I have that? It's telling yourself, I'll be content just as soon as I get what they have. But the reason God gave the command not to covet is because it's a deep spiritual issue that affects how you actually see God. You see, coveting really isn't about the stuff you want. It's about your heart. So first, let's define it. What is coveting? Well, Exodus 20, verse 17 says, "You shall not covet your neighbor's house, nor covet your neighbor's wife, or his male servant, or his female servant, or his ox, or his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's." And so we might say it like this today. Stop side-eyeing your neighbor's house, his job, his spouse, his Mercedes, his espresso machine, vacation photos, golden doodle, or the fact that he has a bigger Instagram following than you. See, coveting isn't just wanting something. It's wanting someone else's something. And it's coupled with being discontent with what God has given you. It's like telling God, hey, I saw what you did for them. I'll take that instead. It's kind of like going to a restaurant and you look at the menu and you order something that sounds good to you. And as you're waiting, the waiter brings the meal for the people sitting at the table next to you. And then you think, oh, wow, I should have ordered that instead. And when your meal comes, suddenly you're not thankful for your meal because you'd rather have what someone else ordered. Now that may seem like a silly illustration, but that's coveting. It kills the joy in being thankful for what God has given you. And while I was preparing this podcast, my friend Andy Bernard, who pastors Thrive Church in Vacaville, California, shared something that really goes along with what we're talking about today. Psalm 46 says, "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." And Andy said, you need to focus in on those first two words. God is. Think about it. God is. God is our strength and refuge. But when we forget to do that, what happens? Well, everything gets flipped upside down. Instead of God is, it becomes work is a refuge. A relationship is a refuge. Buying stuff is. Sports is. I need to keep myself busy is. See, none of those things are mentioned in the verse. It says, God is our refuge and strength. So let that sink in. And the second thing I want you to remember is that when you covet, you actually question God's wisdom, willingness, and ability to provide for you. And here's the deeper truth. Coveting is more than just jealousy. It's a form of unbelief. How so? Well, let me break it down for you. When you covet, you're not just saying, I want that. You're also saying, God, you must not know what I really need. See, that's questioning his wisdom. You're also saying, God, you're giving good things to other people, but not to me. And now you're questioning his willingness. And you're also saying, God, maybe you can't actually provide what I'm hoping for. And now you're questioning his ability. See, coveting is essentially telling God, hey, you're holding out on me. And you remember Adam and Eve in the garden? They had every tree, but the one they weren't supposed to have? Yeah, that's the one they wanted. And the serpent didn't just offer fruit, he offered doubt. Did God really say? See, coveting makes you think that God is stingy and that he loves other people more than you. But don't go down that path, because when you do, you will quickly realize that coveting leads to some really dumb decisions. And that's the third thing I want you to remember. Coveting makes people do stupid stuff. You remember Achan in Joshua 7? He saw the gold and clothes, he coveted them, and he hid them under his tent. And it didn't end well for him. You remember King David? He saw another man's wife, he wanted her, took her, and well, you know the rest of the story. And coveting starts real young. All you have to do is look at a toddler. He is very content until he sees another kid who has a red plastic shovel. And then everything gets emotional, irrational, and impulsive. Why? Because no one covets wisely, no matter how old you are. And when you see someone with a new couch, all of a sudden, your couch seems ugly and uncomfortable. Your job feels boring. What just happened? Coveting steals peace and replaces it with pressure. Pressure to look like them, to live like them, to be like them, whoever them is that week, right? So how do we not get caught in the trap of coveting? Well, it's pretty simple. Gratitude. Gratitude will kill comparison. Start your day by naming what God has given to you. And you can't be jealous and grateful at the same time. Those two cannot coexist. So you start the day by saying, Lord, thank you for the job that I do have, even though it's not glamorous. Thank you for the food on the table, the friends who check in with me, and a car that starts most of the time. Psalm 84:11 says, "No good thing does he withhold from those who walk uprightly." Listen, if he hasn't given it, there's a reason for it. And more than likely, he's got something better. Either way, God's not holding out on you. He is giving you what he thinks is best for you. So let me challenge you. Next time you feel that jealous twinge when someone gets something that you wanted, just pause. Don't keep scrolling. Don't spiral out of control. Just say, Lord, thank you for what you've given me, and help me to trust you with what I do have. Because coveting says, I need more to be content. Don't fall into that trap. And remember that God isn't out there blessing everyone except you. He sees you, he knows what you need, and he's giving you what he can trust you with. So be thankful for that. Well, that's it for today's episode. If this has spoken to you, or made you laugh, or made you want to delete Instagram, feel free to share it with a friend who's battling the comparison trap as well. Be thankful for what you have. And remember, coveting isn't about your stuff, it's about your heart. And when you covet, you question God's wisdom and willingness and ability to provide for you. Don't go off the rails. Coveting will make you do stupid stuff. So be thankful for what you have. Gratitude is the way to kill comparison. Keep walking with the Lord. We'll see you next time.